my name is Jay Field, and I'm the director of the short film Pickle and the Patriarch, about a guy who comes from India, a doctor from India, and he comes to Canada. He can't get a job as a doctor, so he ends up working as an assistant in a lab, and actually he's a guinea pig, a human guinea pig, and after a number of tests and whatever, he becomes a pickle. So this is sort of the story. Well, it starts off, he thinks he's an assistant. That's the joke. I mean, that's sort of the big joke, is he thinks he's an assistant, and they bring him in, and immediately he's told he's got to soak in a tank every day. And so he's handed these flippers. And the comedy is supposed to be him sort of wondering, is this really what an assistant does? And that the joke, I think the idea is sort of like how, we can take a job and we work I'll work in a job for 2-3 years, complain about it, don't do anything about it, and I think maybe it's okay, and it's a terrible job and it's all wrong for me. So it's sort of that idea. How long will you do something like this, and how far does it go? So it goes pretty far with this guy, and he's still convinced, that maybe it's not all bad, and that's, I think, that's really the story. I think for me the biggest challenge is that I find often that the work is pretty close to what it could be to doing a larger film. There's a lot of the same things involved, but you don't have the same venues and you don't have the same outlets to get the sort of, not just the money, but the bigness of a feature. You can't really put into a short, but yet there's a lot that needs to be done to make a short work. I find that the challenge. It's just there's less resources. And again, like when you're done, it's like, and this guy made a nice little short. We got the feature guys over here and the shorts over here, sort of thing. I find that always kind of a bit challenging to handle, but it's cool. It's like it's a great thing. Short films, I think, are wonderful. We used 35, and we'd used 35 before, and we always sort of got free 35, and we had deals. We used to get the processing done for free in some ways, and we had, like, not free but very cheap. We got some really good deals. This one we didn't, but I didn't know that until we were kind of into it. So we did 35 on that one. I don't think I would do 35 again. I'm not sure if that's. I think that kind of doesn't need to be done anymore now. But I love it. It looks great. I think there's a lot of great formats now,